You mentioned God can't absorb what's imperfect because God is perfect and he needs to stay consistent. However, none of us, at least I'm not perfect, and no one that I've met is perfect. So does that mean that none of us are going to heaven? None of us will be ultimately reabsorbed back into unbounded telesis?
The world throws too much at you for you to be perfect. Hey, nobody can be perfect in this world. To live in the physical world is to be assaulted by imperfection all the time. Things that don't suit you and cause you to react sometimes poorly. All right? And so it's an oxymoron to think that God holds this against you. We all have to adapt. We all have to do what it takes to survive, and God doesn't hate us for that. All right? He doesn't that isn't what makes a person evil. What makes a person evil is total denial and negation of his of ultimate reality and his own highest level of identity, which is God. All right? It's wanting to undo, to unbind reality, to say the name of reality backwards. That's what evil is. And that's what you get punished for. And that's unfortunately what a lot of these new atheists are doing.
There's someone like Peterson who would come out and say that, Sam Harris, you say that you're an atheist, but you say that with your words, but you don't act like that with your body because you treat people with humanity. You are concerned with the world living and not dying, flourishing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with Peterson saying that you can say that you're atheistic but not act it, and thus does someone get saved even though they profess atheism?
Well, yes, basically. The problem, however, is that once you've professed atheism, now you've got to get God's attention again. Okay, once you've severed your soul, once you've put a cut in your soul and you've actually cut God off, now you've got to heal that severance before God can see you again. It takes a long time. It's not going to have, oh, well, I've changed my mind. I've decided not to hate God anymore. That's not good enough. Okay, it needs to go on for a long, long time, and you've really got to try and you've got to cry like a babe in the woods until God finally hears you. Okay, so it's not easy. These people are hurting themselves by cutting themselves off like that. Hey, honey, is there a is there a light over there? You know, one of those lights, those wood lights over there. Turn on that clamp light. I want to see how that influences the. This thing is getting in my hands.
What I'm getting at is almost the opposite of not all those who cry, Lord, Lord, will be saved. So, on the one end, even if you claim to be a Christian or you claim to believe in God, that's not enough. You have to also act it. And on the other end, one can say that even if one says that they're against God, but one acts kindly, one acts lovingly, then does that mean that they still can be saved? Peterson would say, now he doesn't talk about heaven or hell, but he would say that you believe in God with your body, you don't with your mind. But the ultimate test is your actions. And what I'm wondering is,
By their deeds shall you know them.
right. So then does that mean, to pick on Sam Harris, whom I may be interviewing at some point? So Sam, if you watch this, well, this is just for fun. To pick on Sam Harris, would you say that he, in your model, will be going to heaven or hell, assuming that Sam Harris is a good person with his actions, but professes atheism vehemently with his mouth?
Unfortunately, your relationship with God cannot be feigned. When somebody is doing good acts, it could be only because they want to be recognized by others as someone who does good acts. They want the moral approval of other human beings. That's not good enough. Okay, there actually has to be the acceptance of your own highest level of identity. By the way, we have a rainstorm going on here. Now, can you still hear me?
Completely fine. Can't hear a thing of the storm.
Okay, good.
Have you ever